Good afternoon. Please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the pale
Please be seated. The graduating class of 2019 asks you a very special request, the loving gift of silence. As a final remembrance of these last few moments of friendship, unity, and school spirit, the graduating class of 2019 asks that the roll call of names be received with dignity and honor, each name standing alone, yet joined forever with all others in a bond of shared achievement. The members of the graduating class of 2019 have worked long and hard to accomplish these shining milestones in their young lives. They ask only that you allow them to approach this threshold proudly in quiet reflection. Please demonstrate your respect for them by granting them this request. Now the Savannah Early College High School Class of 2019 Salutatorian, Mr. Zaire Orr, will present a special welcome.
Greetings to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. M. Ann Levette, Board President, Dr. Joe Buck, and all other school board members and executive staff who are in attendance with us today, as well as School Principal Caroline Gordon-Jokes, School Counselor Ms. Lisa Hickson, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2019. Before I introduce the amazing young women with whom I have had the pleasure of sharing almost all of my most memorable high school experiences, I would just like to give a special thanks to the people who set the stage for me to be present with you all on this day. Of all of the words that come to mind when I think of the people who have had an influence on me along this journey, the phrase, "it takes a village," appears in flashing lights. To say that my village is limited to God, my parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, would be exceedingly untrue. Over these years, my village has become a syndicate of dynamic friends, relatives, professors, and mentors who have all pushed me forward, equipped me with imperative life skills, or endured with me through the peaks and troughs of this journey. Nevertheless, to the class of 2019, I have come to accept that there is nothing that distinguishes us from being a family other than blood ties. We are not perfect, just like any other family, and as the pressures of senior year began to build, our bonds were tested over and over again, but we stood strong as one. As I look into you all, I see 55 people who have shed their youthful skins to make room for 4 years of wisdom, growth, and understanding. 55 brothers and sisters who I've had the pleasure of intimately knowing, and 55 people to which the world will get to witness as they will impact our community, nation, and even the world. Class of 2019, I know what you have in store for the world. I just hope the world is capable of handling one of the most ambitious, passionate classes to ever walk across this stage. Now, for the moment you all have been waiting for, allow me to introduce your Savannah Early College Valedictorian, Natalia Renali Santiago Melendez. William Penn once stated, "A true friend freely, advises justly, assists readily, adventures boldly, takes all patiently, defends courageously, and continues to be a friend unchangeably." In my 4 years at early college, Natalia has been all of these plus more. Being the only 2 individuals from our class to start dual enrollment at Savannah State University in our sophomore year, our fates were bound from the start. Learning our way through the ins and outs of a college campus as 15-year-olds, we established a bond that will last a lifetime. Leaving Savannah State University with an impressive 56 college credits, Natalia has forever left her mark on the University by the Sea. By being the first dual enrolled student to perform on the Savannah State University dance team as a lead performer, and the first dual enrolled student to have their work published in the Savannah State University English textbook, Taking Stands, Natalia has shown countless times how she is a force to be reckoned with across multiple facets. Nonetheless, Natalia as a person represents more than an individual. She is the insignia of the Cobra and of the youth. Numerous times have I heard adults say that our generation and the generations to follow are in danger from ourselves. They say vanity, slothfulness, and distractions have taken over our minds and have hindered us from forwarding society as our ancestors have. But today, on this stage, Natalia sits as living proof of what our generation has in store for this world. And I will tell you that with individuals like her leading and inspiring, our future is anything but limited. I beseech that you all take Natalia as the beacon of hope that she is and leave here today confident in what's to come. I hope that whenever you become quickened with doubt, that you remember this day and that you remember the girl from early college instilled with limitless potential and aspirations, and you find comfort. With that being said, I now welcome your Savannah Early College Class of 2019 Valedictorian, Natalia Renali Santiago Melendez.
Thank you, Zaire. Greetings to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. M. Ann Levette, School Board President, Dr. Joe Buck, and all school board members and executive staff who are in attendance with us today, as well as School Principal, Ms. Gordon Jelks, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2019. Friends, coworkers, and peers, today we are celebrating the class of 2019's graduation. I find it to be a miracle that I can celebrate this speech with those in my class today. I'm a military child, so I move around a lot, but Savannah is the place I lived in the longest. As a child, I never imagined myself being in the same place for longer than a year. Nonetheless, being able to share an entire high school career with many of the same people. It is a privilege to get to know everyone in our class. I got to know Yolanda's kind-hearted, selfless nature, Phyllis's uplifting, energetic personality, Amaya's honorable honesty, Jacqueline and Nathan's contagious optimism, Zaire's strong friendship, and so much more. I was able to find a quality I personally love about every single person in this class, and that is something I value. As a class in general, we are a very special group. I found us to be a very open-minded family that challenged each other's views and fostered growth. I felt privileged to be in a place where homophobia, sexism, and racism were actively challenged and disputed in the classroom setting. So I want to thank everyone in our class for making this high school experience a memorable one. Like many others, I have been constantly pushed to my limits throughout this high school career. I faced family tragedies that made it hard to manage my schoolwork and friendships. I felt disassociated from Puerto Rico, and I found it hard to wholly relate to Americans and Hispanics due to my military background. I dealt with teachers who told me I did not belong and that I would not amount to my dreams, and I shamefully believed them at some points throughout my journey. I was rejected from schools, scholarships, programs, in a span of 4 months, pushing me to the brink of giving up, something forbidden in my household. Just a mere month from this day, I did not feel deserving or qualified to give this speech. I was ready to tell our wonderful principal to give it to someone else because I lacked the mentality a good speech requires. I was not ready to stand in front of my peers, the people that rooted for me, and tell them that I failed. I was not ready to stand in front of the teacher that questioned my ability and give them the comfort of thinking that they were right, which they most definitely were not. I did not want to tell others to be strong and pursue their dreams when I wanted to run, hide, and destroy my own. I am a driven person. I combat every challenge with innovation and patience, but my high school experience has made me question my ability and my worth. But because of my hardships, I am resilient. Every time my father was deployed, and every time my family had a hiccup, I adapted. I learned to celebrate myself and my history, cherishing my Puerto Rican roots and my simply Southern adolescence. I learned to ignore those who opposed me, not even granting them the honor of being my motivation, and I found motivation in the beautiful family that stands by me and the truthful friends that celebrate with me, so thank you. Lastly, I learned to move on from those rejections and celebrate the things that I have. A few weeks ago, I asked my dear friend Zaire, our class president and salutatorian, not to mention my plans in a speech, because I wanted to be the one to mention them on my own. I felt like it was important for me to announce my choice myself, as a way to celebrate both my accomplishments and my failures. I am extremely proud and blessed to announce that I will be attending Middlebury College in Vermont for my fall semester. I never imagined myself freezing in Vermont. and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone with my decision, but I'm confidently embracing my choice, and that is my piece of wisdom to my classmates. In human biology, I learned a basic characteristic of life is that all living organisms respond to stimuli. Of course, a biology textbook means it in a physical sense, but I want to rework this definition to a different situation. When we walk across the stage, we are going to feel a slew of emotions. First, excitement, but then we might be nostalgic and reflective. When we begin college, we will feel overjoyed, overwhelmed, and maybe a bit homesick. And when we fail, we will feel anger, pity, and grief. Do not let these initial emotions define your subsequent actions. When you fail, grieve in your own time, but get up afterwards. Adjust your plans and diligently pursue that alternate course, even if the pain of failure resides. Put everything into what you do so that you have no remorse, regardless of the result. Because the most painful thing is not the act of failing, but the act of feeling resentment because you could have done better. Now, this does not mean that those who try their hardest get what they want, because that is not how life works at all. This simply means that when the day ends, failure or not, you can have the comfort of knowing that however the cards were dealt, you played a fair game and you gave it your all. Keep working hard, Cobras, and let's celebrate for the wonderful years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalia. Greetings to the Savannah Chatham County Public School System Superintendent of Schools, Dr. M. Ann Levette, School Board President, Dr. Joe Buck, and all school board members and executive staff who are in attendance with us today, as well as the Savannah Early College High School faculty and staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2019. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do to make Savannah Early College High School a great place to learn, teach, and lead. As always, it is my honor and pleasure to stand before you today in celebration of all that our Savannah Early College High School graduating class of 2019 has accomplished. Our scholars have earned more than 3,308 hours of community service. They have attempted or earned approximately 2,100 hours of transferable college credits. They have achieved a 100% graduation rate. And as of today, May 21st, 2019, they have received approximately $1,183,459 in scholarship awards. To mimic the celebrated mantra of our illustrious university partner, Savannah State University, you are seriously impressive. As the first graduating class to successfully complete 4 years of education at Savannah Early College High School, in 2015, each of you entered the doors of a new, small, standalone high school that we all knew was built on a foundation of opportunity, innovation, and promise. You fully embraced the mission and vision, and then you found your own clever and inspiring ways to blaze trails and enhance our school community in even greater ways with your high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. You have left a noteworthy legacy of excellence and goodness of heart for the classes of scholars that will follow you. You have been shining examples of the growth mindset that we practice at our small little high school every day and will forever be an important part of the legacy of Savannah Early College High School. Mahatma Gandhi said, "Satisfaction lies in the efforts, not in the attainments. Full effort is full victory." Members of the graduating class of 2019, we have observed your full effort, even when it was not always popular and not always easy. We have watched you practice the power of yet and persist in the face of challenges, disappointments, and sometimes even failures, all of which you have clearly transformed into personal growth opportunities. So I say to you today, continue your journey, and remember, as I always remind you, keep rising, keep growing, keep living life on purpose, be the change, work hard, and be nice. Congratulations to each of you, individually and collectively. Distinguished guests, at this time, we are excited to present a $500 grant award made possible by the Educate Chatham Foundation to the faculty member who has been nominated by our graduating class as this year's Inspirational Educator. Coming to the stage is Mrs. Janet McCrae. Mrs. McCrae, you are the 2019 Inspirational Educator. Mrs. McCrae is also our senior class advisor, so let's give her another round of applause as she comes from the back. Will the Savannah Early College High School graduating class of 2019 please stand? Having met the requirements of the Savannah-Chatham County Board of Public Education and the Board of Education of the State of Georgia, I hereby declare by the power vested in me that you, the Savannah Early College High School class of 2019, are graduates of the Savannah-Chatham County Public School System. Please be seated.
Stephen E. Altman, honor graduate. Atlantis Chanel Boyd, honor graduate. India Shail Bridges, honor graduate. Phyllis Ayana Brownlee. Summer Lillian Sandra Butler. Majavius Jashawn Tyrone Campbell, honor graduate. Shariana Tamira Campbell, honor graduate. Nathan Isaiah Castro Martinez, honor graduate. Kevin Dwayne Christie. Wylanda Mayan Coakley. Tanaya Mariah Naquel Davis. Madison Aline Dubrock, honor graduate. Jessica Melinda Ellis, honor graduate. Nicholas Alexander Fields, honor graduate. Autumn Lee Garrett. Anastasia Denise Goolsby. Anaya Yasmin Green, honor graduate. Quavante Jordan Groom. Kellyanne Veronica Hall. Jada Tonay Hampton, honor graduate. Leonie McKenna Henderson. Charelle Janice Hendricks, honor graduate. Krista Marie Deanna Henry, honor graduate. Nahira Najee Higginbottom, honor graduate. Samantha Faye Jenkins, honor graduate. Jayla Kanisha Johnson. Maya Otisha Diane Lucas. Keith Vernon McClinney, Jr. Jacqueline Guadalupe Montoya Meza. Kiana Tamara Oliver. Zaire Jadon Orr, class of 2019 Salutatorian, honor graduate. Fernando Luis Hamero Paler, honor graduate. Robert James Patrick III. Jadiel Rios. Taylor Sinclair Roberson. Yashira Marie Rodriguez, honor graduate. Krista Janae Ross. Natalia Renali Santiago, class of 2019 Valedictorian, honor graduate. Christian Ariana Simmons. Kanaja Akira Maria Sims, honor graduate. Amaya Elizabeth Smart, honor graduate. Jornisha Deshay Smith, honor graduate. Camryon C. Smith. Kennedy Denise Smith. Demond Andre Thompson, Jr. Naeem Sharkai Tillman. Carlos Lamar Varner, Jr. Robert Ali Washington. Shaylin Angel Wasner, honor graduate. Sade Alexis Williams, honor graduate. Charles Willingham III. Sharmia Myasia Wolford.
Superintendent, Dr. Levette, Board of Education President, Mr. Joe Buck, district representatives, and other members of the Board of Education and administration, it is my privilege and honor to certify that these distinguished scholars standing before you have successfully completed the requirements for graduation for the state of Georgia and the Savannah-Chatham County Board of Education. I proudly present the Savannah Early College High School graduating class of 2019. Graduates, you may move your tassel from the right to the left.
Please join us in the singing of the Savannah Early College High School alma mater.